So I am here with Matt Moylan of Lil Formers. I'm leaving the T out, so it's proper. He's, I think, the main artist guest here at HeCon and the 80's toy convention, Expo. And I also wanted to ask you, first off, how the show's gone.
Pretty good. Usually just try the Transformers shows, but it's nice to try a different themed show for once, and it's turned out pretty good.
Yeah, I noticed you've got some mixed media going on with the He-Man and the Metroplex.
Yeah, actually, a lot of people don't know that I actually like He-Man a little bit more than Transformers, but you don't see. I don't draw it as much because it's not as easy to make fun of. Maybe I just don't like to make fun of it because it's my more favorite property.
It's like your buddy. You don't really want to drag him into it.
Yeah, same reason I don't make so much fun of Beast Wars.
Cool. Well, outside of the convention, I wanted to ask you, what spurred the Dream Slaves blog posts? Because they were really cool, and I always love hearing some of the inside ball on how Dreamwave went because it's been so long. And it's always really interesting just to hear some of the crazy stories about that stuff, like what Pat Lee actually drew versus what he didn't draw. That whole thing about the RC statue lithograph constantly being credited to him. It was really interesting stuff. You just kind of feel like just sharing it one day? Or?
Well, I've thought about it for a while, and some of the other Dreamwave guys have talked about telling some stories too. And part of the reason was I'm doing a few new projects, like doing Bravo Man for Namco, things like that. And I thought, well, this is a good time to bring some of my old fans back to the site and tell them about these stories, and also maybe let them know what I'm working on now. So it's kind of get the story out there and also get some publicity for myself.
Cool. And this whole thing with Namco, I was curious about that. What precisely is it you're working on?
Udon Entertainment and also another company called Cryptozoic. We're teamed up with Bandai Namco to revive old 80s, 90s video games that haven't had games in decades as webcomics to sort of take a new shot at some old properties and see if we can just bring new life to them. So the one I'm doing is called Bravo Man, which is like a TurboGrafx 16 game about a Japanese style superhero. One of the other guys at Udon is doing like a World War II fighting game, and he's reinventing it with like funny animal pilots and things like that. And there's some other old games like Xevious and stuff like that in the mix. So it's a fun and really interesting thing that the Bandai Namco guys have or that they're attempting to do.
That's really cool. I vaguely remember Bravo Man because I had a Turbo Duo way back for some reason. That's pretty interesting. Well, if folks want to check you out, your website might have something to do with the phrase Little Formers, but...
Yes, it's lilformers.com, so LILformers.com. Excellent.
Well, will you be at TFCon?
I will definitely be at TFCon this year. I'm not sure about BotCon, but definitely TFCon. Try to make it as much as I can every year.
Awesome. Well, thanks very much for your time. Hope the final 45 or so minutes of the show go well.
I do too. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.